Hey, shalom, shalom, mishpocha. Welcome to another edition of Ray Bash's Ramblings. I'm your host, Rabbi Yehuda Ben Shomer. Many of you may have started viewing this video simply for the intriguing title, Everyone Has a Monkey. What do I mean by that? Well, a lot of times people live or conjure up this fantasy in their mind regarding other people, especially people such as myself, which are in the public eye or leadership positions or any kind of authoritative position, whether civil or religious or what have you. And they look at these people and they say, man, they got it all together. They made it to where they are because they've got all the answers. They've got all their ducks in a row, all their I's dotted and T's crossed, and they have arrived. And I'm here to tell you that that's not true. If you believe that, you're setting yourself up for disaster, a fall, and disappointment like no other. One of the lessons I learned as a young child is when the Jim Bakker scandal broke, about him laundering money, having an affair, and being with prostitutes. And I thought to myself, what's the point in being a believer? What's the point in being a Christian? What's the point in being religious at all if a guy like this could fall? And I felt that way, and I started doubting my own faith because I looked at somebody, I put him on a pedestal, and thought more highly of him than I ought. In essence, I kind of put that person in the place of Messiah, because the Messiah is the only one who is ever perfect, that ever walked the face of the earth. He's the only one we should emulate and put on a pedestal, because we will never be disappointed by him. He will never fall or falter. But we as human beings, and we as human beings who represent Messiah and try to live our lives like Messiah, we're fallible. We're human. We're going to fall. I mean, even Rav Shaul didn't have it all together. Remember what the Brit Chadasha says, that, he had a thorn in the flesh? Now, that's another video for another time. I'm just bringing that up to bring across the point that, everybody has a monkey on their back. Everybody has a demon they must contend with. Everybody has skeletons in their closet. Why? Why? It's to keep us on track. It's to keep us rooted and grounded, to keep our head out of the clouds, to keep our feet grounded on the earth, to keep us humble, to keep us dependent upon God, to keep our heads from inflating. That's what it's there for. So, that's why Yaakov, James, Yeshua's half-brother, said, take joy in these trials and tribulations, because if you allow it, it's going to work patience. It's going to work itself out. It's going to make you into a better person. So, man, sometimes I get these comments, from people that, think I'm a wonderful guy and thank me for my teachings, and all I can say is Baruch Hashem, glory to God. I have nothing to do with it. I'm just trying to be an open conduit, an open vessel for God to speak through me so I can help other people. But you know what? I got problems of my own. Sometimes I think to myself, boy, if these people really knew who I am, they wouldn't think that I was such a great guy. Not that I'm a bad guy or a nasty guy or anything, but I just have problems of my own. You know what? I fly off the handle sometimes. You know what? I lose my temper sometimes. You know what? I say some things that I shouldn't say sometimes. I'm human. I'm fallible. Sometimes I don't see things so clearly, and I jump the gun and assume, and I put my pants on the same way everybody else does in this world. And so, don't put people way up high on a pedestal like that, because you're just going to set yourself up for a fall. The only thing that I pray when I make these videos and people see these teachings is that the glory of God, that Messiah himself will shine through me, that people won't see me, and that the words that will come out of my mouth won't necessarily be my own, but would come from the Lord, because I truly want to help people. But you know what? Just break that fairy tale myth. That leaders, that motivational speakers, what have you, have it all together. Because they don't. Everybody has a monkey on their back. And I even brought up in some of my other videos about the fallacy and fairy tale of marriage. How, you're going to live happily ever after. And that's not true. You got to realize that you married a fallible human being that is subject to change. You wake up in bed 5 years after you're married, and you look over to your spouse, you're like, that's not the same person I married. Well, heck yeah, you're right. It's not the same person you married. Why should it be? You're not the same person that they married. you've changed, you're different. Hopefully you've changed for the better. Hopefully you've changed in better ways. But I discovered in my marriage, 6 years into it, that my wife and I had changed to such a degree that we didn't really know each other anymore. We started going out on dates again and learning our likes and dislikes, and started learning about each other and courting each other all over again. And we've kind of kept up with that because, we're not going to make the same mistake twice. We luckily we seen that fairy tale myth and busted it before it ended up in a divorce or something like that. That's why a lot of people get divorced, because they have that fairy tale mentality. Oh, my knight in shining armor. Oh, live happily ever after. Oh, I can change this person. So that's a fairy tale, as well as what I'm speaking about now, where you put people up on a pedestal that's in a leadership, teaching, or authoritative position, whether civil or religious, and think, man, this person's got all the answers. I'm going to follow this person. No, don't follow that person. Don't follow me. Follow Yeshua. Follow Messiah. Walk in his footsteps by walking and following in the Torah. And just to prove my point that everybody has a monkey on their back, check this out. See? I got a monkey on my back. And you know what? You might not be able to see yours, but I guarantee you've got a monkey on your back too. And you may not be able to get rid of it in this lifetime. The point is to wrestle and contend with that monkey. And the Lord has allowed you to have that monkey on your back, in many cases, to keep you humble, to keep you on the right track, to keep your head from being inflated, and so that you will rely and be more dependent upon God. So we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Shalom and Shavua Tov.